Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews. Have you ever wondered what games you should sell or you should use? Find out here at Purge Reviews. Find out on our top 10 list what games you cannot miss. Don't forget to subscribe to Purge Reviews.
Old World, New World is in the Victory Point Games line. This is a very simple game where you're just laying tiles and trying to move your people across the board. Very easy to learn. Not a whole lot of rules. Some of them, there's a couple extra rules to it about flipping them over and moving up. There's some action cards put in. Very easy. Now this is the kind of filler that I like. It's still quick. It's not a tremendous amount of decisions, but whatever's there are meaningful. It's fun to try to get it together where you can go from the free movement to free movement and move yourself up the board to score. I think scoring 3 is the perfect number. Plays 2 to 4. I think 4 is a little more chaotic because you're going across the board and maybe more fun in a game like this. Otherwise, I think the theme is fine. I think the rules make sense. The components are Victory Point games, so you know what you're getting. I didn't like it as much the first time as I did the second time on, and the more I played it and realized it was just an uncomplicated filler, I started to enjoy it more. So I think I'm going to keep this around in my collection as just a filler. If I have a couple people over 4 and they want to play something in 15-20 minutes, this could be it. This could be a little fun thing to put out. My biggest complaint about it is putting that board together, and I'll show you when I do the components for the game, how that goes together. You can theme this 100 different ways, but I think it works here. I don't understand the Old World, New World reference, but so be it. It works. If you're looking for a little filler and you don't mind components, I mean, the components are good, but it's Victory Point game, so you're going to roll with that. Then this should be something you can check out, and I kind of recommend it. All you're really doing is moving your guys. You have 2 types, boats and people. People walk on land, boats walk on water. If people can understand that, then you've understood this game. And this is something you can play out. You can pull this out with non-gamers and play it, so I don't think that's going to be bad. It's a casual game. So for me, the decisions were enough for a filler for the length of the game for me to keep this and enjoy it. So a keeper. Here are the components for Old World, New World. The art on it is very sparse, or not sparse, but doesn't stand out very well. And one good thing about Victory Point games, they always tell you the age, how long it takes, and how many players. This is a fairly simple game, but let me show you the components here. You're always going to get a slip cover with Victory Point games. That's how they work. Same boxes, they're all in. They're all going to be in the same, well, for the most part, in the same boxes. You are going to get a number of square tiles, or really cards. Some will have actions on them. Majority of them will just be the tiles, I guess you could say, the cards you lay down. So you either have ground, sea, and every once in a while you'll have volcano or mountain. These are really nice. They play down. You have so many in your hand, and you play them down or discard them to play. I'm going to have a number of these little chits. I'll show you one of them. Each player is going to get 6. There are the Native Americans, which are like this, and they're double-sided for no purpose, just to be a little different. You can see those. They're very thick. These are a laser cut. And the rest of them you're going to get are like this in your color, and they're always double-sided, either person or boat. And everybody will get 6. These are really small, but they fit well enough on the tile, so that's what you want them to do, because they will be on one of these 4 squares. They can't be too much bigger. They're all very nice, and you can see these are fairly thick, so you don't have to worry about stickering them or whatever. Otherwise, you're going to get a rule book. This one's going to be in the same fashion with, or a little bit different fashion rather than most, where it doesn't have like the 1.0, but the rules are very, very simple. This is a very light game. And then the rest that you get will be this, which is my only complaint, is that it's color-coded. You can see so you know what sides go together, but you actually play it on the other side. So you almost have to put it together, then flip it over to figure out how it's set up. The rules for Old World, New World are very simple. I didn't have any problems. It's not written in the way that most Victory Point games are written, but I enjoyed it a lot. You'll be up and playing in 5-10 minutes. When I was playing, I really didn't have a lot of questions about it. You know, the hardest part is understanding the volcano, and that's easy. You put a volcano down, you take a tile off, and you replace it. That's really the most difficult rule that there is. So the rule book was very good. Okay, I'm going to kind of show you how this board is set up. So you're going to put this divider around where all your cards will fit in. What's going on here is that your opponent is trying to put their people on these arrows in order to score points. And you have 6 arrows across the bottom, and your opponent only needs to have 3 of those, and you'll be going up, and the 3rd and 4th player will be going this way, and you guys will be going up and down. Okay, so let me kind of show you here the way the game works. So what you'll have is you'll have a hand of 5 cards. Some of these will allow you to do things. I'm going to set these aside for right now and just kind of show you how it works. So if you have a camp card, which is a green spot with people on it, or you have a blue spot, a sea spot with a ship on it, then you can place it right down next to the border. And when you do, anywhere across the border that you want, you get to put a thing on it, a little icon. And the same thing with the land. You can put anywhere you want. And let's see, we're doing blue up there. And you get to put your thing on. So on your turn, you'll play 2 cards or discard as many cards as you want. Draw back up to 5. So anytime you're on this spot, so let me show you on my next turn, let's say I place this card down, so it will match up with the green, and then maybe match this up with the green. Just see I was able to do that. Anytime you're on either the settlement or the sea spot with the boat, you can move in a straight line as far as you want. Okay? And that will really help you, because at times you might be able to chain a move. Let me show you another way. And then, because, let's say this was here, and you made your way down like this, you could, if you were here, you could go here, move there, and then all the way down. Now what you're trying to do is get up to the arrows, okay? So you can chain these where if you were able to, like, maybe if it was set up like this to go here, and then go again, so you could chain it up. Another thing you could do is, if you are next to, I'm going to bring this up to you. So if these are next to each other like this, I can, and my guy is on this spot right here, and I need to get over to the C space, I can give up a card with a port. So I would discard an additional card and flip my guy over, and now he's a ship. Okay? And that's how you go from here to here. Now, if this was set up like this, I couldn't get over there. It has to be a place with that port spot. So there's a couple little rules about moving around. Now, if you're wanting to ever move, let's say I was here on green and I wanted to move over to this green, because I was going to try to go down through here and through here. I could discard a card that has the campsite on it. Not just a green. It has to actually have the camp on it. I discard that, and I can move like a rook in chest all the way over, or I can move here. So this is a good example because this is a campsite, this is a campsite, and this is a campsite. So I can discard one camp and say I want to move over here to this campsite. Well, this is a free move to the next campsite as far as what I want to happen to be in the campsite. And then this could be another free move because I was on a campsite. So you can chain those away. The mountain sites, if you ever move to it, you must stop on it. You cannot move like a rook. You just move one stop, and you have to stop when you get to a mountain. And then you have like little cards that you can play. Remember, on your turn, you can play any 2 cards you want. This is place Native American unit anywhere on the board. Other units cannot move through it. So if you see somebody starting to chain, creating a chain, you can put one of these Native American ones down if you discard that card, and it would stop it. So like if I was here, he can no longer go this way. Now I'm going to make him go through the mountain and go around, which will slow him down. That's just an example of one. Bribery. Choose an opponent's unit or native unit that is adjacent to one of yours. Replace that unit one of your colors. You can use this to jump ahead of the game a lot. And then you have, let's see what we have here. The Barbarians, which is the opposite of the one we saw before. Pick any camp space on the board. All units on that space and 8 adjacent spaces are destroyed. So you can just pick like this, and it would destroy everything that's around it. So you can knock somebody off the board that way. The only other little trick in the game is the volcanoes. Let me see if I can find a volcano card. Here's one. So these cards are the only ones that work a little bit different, and basically you can just put them down anywhere you want and discard the card underneath. You can really use that to slow down. So the whole game is just about playing these cards, trying to get your guys down here as quickly as possible to the other side to score points. It's a very, very simple game, and I'm going to go back over it one more time. So on your turn, you can lay a card across the top row, and if it has a ship icon or a camp icon, you can go ahead and throw one of your people on there. Otherwise, on your turn, you can discard. If you discard something with a blue sailboat, you can move any of your ships like a rook in a straight line, up, down, left, or right. If you discard a camp, not just a green, but a camp, then you can move any of your settlers like a rook, following the movement rules. But if you move to a mountain, you must stop. Just remember, if you ever stop on these camps or the sailboat ones, if you ever stopped on a sailboat one, then you can get a free movement to move us again, and you can chain those together. And the idea is to get 3 people across the board as quickly as possible. That's Old World, New World. Who should buy this game? If you're looking for a little light filler and you want something with some tile placement and some movement on it, very easy to play, this could be it. If you're looking for something to play with non-gamers, I don't know if it's going to draw somebody into the hobby, but it might be a way to start out before you play Ticket to Ride or something. I think this is a little fun little game to play if you got 2 people and you're waiting for some more people to show up, or New World could be it. Give this one a shot. I mean, Victory Point games you don't hear a whole lot about, but I think you'd really enjoy this one if you gave it a shot. Take a second look at it. Watch the flow of the game. When you watch that, see if it's something that would interest you. And if so, put the brakes on. Take a hard look at this one. You could probably buy it through Victory Point Games or online somewhere. But this is one I would say, put the brakes on a little bit. Take a second look. It's not going to blow your mind, but it could fill a niche in your collection. So for me, it's a keeper.